Hey guys, welcome back to Dancers Doing Stuff. I am so excited for today's episode. I know I say that all the time, but I am really excited. The craft is really fun, and my guest is just such an amazing dancer, and more importantly, an amazing human. She's hilarious. She always makes me laugh. She was one of the first people I actually got to see when we were allowed to go outside, and it was such an honor to get to go to Harlem Public with her and hang out and just laugh for the first time in a million years. So, besides her being a great person, she is not only the best person, but let me read her bio because it is also very cute. So, Kessie is a native New Yorker and started her dance training at the Ailey School until she went on to receive her BFA at the University of the Arts as a dance major. She got signed to her agency MSA in 2015, and 1 year later she booked her first gig dancing for Beyoncé at the 2016 VMA Awards. What? That is so cool. I didn't even know that was your first job. Reading. We're here. She then went on to dance with other artists growing as an artist herself. She is now a choreographer and aspires to be a creative dance director, directing major projects through her brand KessOgraphy. And also, she didn't mention, but she's a great rapper, and we're going to get into that too because I am obviously miserable at words. I can't even read. And she can just rap, and Keenan's in the audience too, and he and her have the best rap battles ever. It's one of the things I miss the most about pre-quarantine life. So, as always, we have to share a video, and this is actually some of Kessie's choreography. It is so good. She always styled cute, videography, direction, everything is great. So let's check it out. Isn't that just the best? Go follow her page, go follow her, everything. Don't leave the live though. Keep watching, but after, go check her out because she's amazing. Okay, with that, let's bring her in. Let me give her a big round of applause. Round of applause. Yay! Thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I knew I had to have you on as soon as I got the idea for this show. So let's jump into the craft because we're actually smart and tested it beforehand and made sure that we knew what we were doing. So it's this new TikTok trend. It's you paint CDs and you can honestly you could do whatever you want with them afterwards. You can hang them in windows, which looks cute. And we've learned a lot about CDs just through testing it. Apparently,
Right.
The foil of a CD is not on the bottom, which I tried to scratch off many times, forgetting every single time, but apparently it's the top. And so now I have to research and figure out how CDs work because I don't understand. My brain is blown. How does your computer write it? I just don't get it. I don't get it. But we're gonna try to make something, and who knows what we're gonna do. So basically what you have to do is scratch a little bit on the top, not the bottom, because apparently it took me 4 times to remember that.
I already started one, so.
Oh yeah, that looks good. So basically you do a little scratch. I don't know if you guys can see the light from I'm a real influencer. Here we go. But then you take some tape and you basically just rip it off. This might be like a little ASMR, I don't know. So basically, boom. So you just do that, and then you just paint it whatever you want. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for my design. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't want to say what I think it should be, and then it doesn't look like that. So
I feel that.
I think we'll just all be surprised.
Yeah, I love it. A little mystery for our Wednesday. So I think I'm gonna use one of the ones that I already did, just so that I'm not like slapping this. I know Keenan just said this craft is hard, and we did a painting craft when Keenan was on, and his was a little easier. All we had to do was paint a frame. So this one is like we have to prepare our surface before we paint. But while we do this, I would love to know a little bit about your dance background, your history, where you started dancing. Give the audience the story of Kessie.
Hey audience, here's my story. Okay. Well, I got put in dance classes at the Ailey school when I was like 6 years old. And yeah, from then on, like I stayed there until I went to college actually, but I also went to a performing arts high school, Talent Unlimited High School. And then from there, I didn't know if I wanted to run track or dance professionally still. So, oh, lies. Before I went to high school, I didn't know if I wanted to run track or dance professionally or go to a performing arts high school. That's how I ended up at Talent Unlimited High School. And then from there, I went to the University of the Arts in Pennsylvania, and they have a great dance program there, very diverse. However, I didn't get like a lot of like audition training or anything from there. Like I had to pretty much do that on my own, but it helped once I got signed to my agent in 2015 because they sent me on a lot of auditions. So yeah, and then after that, I just kept dancing. Um, my first job was Beyoncé. Not to toot my own horn, it's just facts.
So
And
cool.
no, but yeah, so that, and then I just after that was on my resume, I just kept booking things, and now, I have great friends in the dance industry like Keenan, who like inspire me very much um, with dance and choreography. So now, I'm choreographing and creative directing, and I love it.
Amazing. That's so awesome. I didn't realize that you went to U Arts. That is such a cool program. I know a lot of cool
Yeah.
people who have come out of that program. I know one of the teachers I took when I first got here was Mark Caserta. I think he might have gone
Mark
there.
Caserta, I love him. I actually moved his car
He's so...
once.
Oh my god. he's like dance dreams. He's like
He's really great.
perfection. Yeah, that's
He's
so
really
awesome.
great.
So you had a really you trained in like all styles then. Like you
Yeah.
can do everything. I mean, I'm obsessed with this contemporary video that you posted a while ago. Every time it resurfaces, I'm just like obsessed. So I think that it's so awesome, and I wonder, do you think that like your ballet and modern training has helped you in heels? I know that that's like something people say. It hasn't helped me, but I don't know, because you're also such an amazing heels dancer as well. So I'm like, I need all the tips you've got because I need help, basically.
Well, I definitely think that technical training, ballet, is great for heels just because like your lines, but also like you're not working the same muscles exactly. So it could be hard just going from ballet to heels, but you have to have like control also, the core, everything. So I feel like hip hop training as well as ballet training, like combined, makes you a really great heels dancer.
Yeah,
So
I need a lot of help with that. I need to practice. But so, what has been your favorite dance opportunity? It doesn't have to be like a paid job, but just since you
Mhm.
started being kind of in the professional dance world, what has been your favorite experience?
My favorite experience actually was something like super simple, not simple, but it was revolutionary for me. But I got asked by a friend who I actually went to college with, who was an acting major, but she also like directs and everything. And she was working on like this off Broadway situation or whatever with Tay Diggs as the choreographer, which who knew that he choreographed and he does it pretty well. I mean,
Wow.
he uses the tools and everything and got it done. But no shade, but he uh yeah, so I got asked to be a part of that as a dancer, but I also like ended up having a speaking role. It was like two words, maybe three, but I was in it and I was like around all these actors too, so I got super inspired about acting. So now I'm like in a million acting classes.
Yeah.
So there's that. And I really like that job. I met a lot of great people.
Wow, that's
And
so
I
cool.
think it was unpaid. Yeah. So,
Yeah, there's so much talk about like, making sure that you're not getting doing jobs that you're not getting paid for, and dancers not getting paid, but sometimes there are situations like that. It sounds like that it actually is beneficial and you learn a lot and have a good experience even if it's not paid, but it's kind of finding that line, which I feel like you probably do really well because you're always involved in so many different things, whether it's a
yeah.
concept video or a job or modeling or anything. I know. What are some of your
Did you just
other.
call me a model?
You are a model. You're a
Okay.
model. Don't let anyone tell
Thank
you anything
you.
else.
All right. I won't.
What was the VMAs like? That was your first big job. How did that even happen? Like that must have been wild to be your first job. What was that experience like?
It was so crazy. Like the whole experience was crazy and my anxiety was going everywhere and I'll tell you why. So when I first heard about it, like we didn't know what it was. My agent didn't even know what it was. She just like knew that the choreographers needed like some dancers or whatever for a skeleton crew, which is when the artist has like dancers come in and they'll workshop choreography before the actual rehearsal for the show. And yeah, so I got invited to do that. My agent was like, I think it's Beyonce. But so we do the skeleton crew, but that doesn't mean that like I booked the job. So it's like there's a whole bunch of girls here, like well not a whole bunch. It was quite less than the actual performance. It was about like 14 girls. And we're all like workshopping all this choreo, all of it, like just every piece, every idea of it. And it was quite draining. And then like one day Beyonce came in and everybody was like doing their makeup and I was just like, "Oh my God, was I supposed to like do my makeup today?" Like I
Oh my
didn't
god, you didn't
know.
know she was coming?
I knew she was coming, but I didn't know that we had to get all done up for Beyonce. Like is that
Beyonce should have
crazy to
gotten done
think?
up for you.
That's what I was thinking. So I was
You're
really
equals.
confused. I was really confused. So everybody was like getting all done up and stuff. I was like, my dancer will do the talking. Little did I know that like, in the industry you should like look very presentable. But like you learn a lot along the way. This was my first
Yeah.
job ever, like getting paid as a dancer. It was
Wow.
really crazy. So yeah, so after that we assumed that we were gonna be doing the VMAs, but he didn't let anybody know until like I didn't find out from my agent until 4 o'clock in the morning, the day of the first rehearsal.
What?
Yeah. So
Was
I
it like
found
on
out
purpose, do you think, like to be secretive because like Beyonce is
I
such a big
probably
deal?
honestly probably
Wow.
because like they use so many girls, like they used all of us and I'm just like what was the point of that? Because honestly, my anxiety was not built for that.
Yeah. It's
But
like
yeah,
that's
so that was really
beyond
great.
even just dancing. It's like you're
Mhm.
like a spy, a dance spy almost. Like undercover secret agent dancer.
And but you also like signed like these NDAs and stuff, so like you can't say anything regardless. So I don't really
Yeah.
know what the purpose of that was because like people came from out of town to like my friend who booked the job as well, she was staying with me. But we didn't know if we booked the job, so like she left to go back to Philly and then finds out at 4 o'clock in the morning also and like missed the first day of rehearsal because of that.
Oh my
So,
God. Wow. And
you
then
live and
what
you
was it
learn.
like? I can't even like imagine live performance. It seems like such a distant memory, but what was the whole like performance experience like being on stage? There are like so many people, cameras, everything.
First of all, it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Like I that's when I learned to really appreciate the journey a lot more than the destination because like that performance went by so fast. Like all I can remember was just screaming, "Okay, ladies, now let's get information." And like did that. And that's like the only thing that I can really just like remember my eyes seeing. But I did take it all in the moment. It was really crazy. I was sweating. I get anxiety sweat, so I was sweating.
What was the
Um,
costume? What did you guys have to wear?
we wore latex. Like
So that's not good if you're sweaty.
it's not good, period. It's like a swim cap on your body,
Oh no.
literally. But that's what I learned that like Beyonce be wearing all these things to get her and like, all her dancers
Oh.
and stuff like wear these things that are like they make your body look really good but they're
She has all the
uncomfortable.
secrets. She
Yeah,
keeps all the secrets and has all the secrets.
and
Wow,
you know
that is
what,
so
that's why
cool.
Beyonce is Beyonce.
Truly.
Love
History
her.
maker.
Hmm.
Okay, so how is your CD looking? I've been just mesmerized by your story, so I haven't even added anything to mine.
I have no idea what I'm doing so far, but this is what I got.
Okay, I think
It's just
that looks
two
really
lines.
good. It's like
Okay,
minimal, but it's I'm here
quite
for it. I love
quite
it.
minimal. It's
Okay,
not gonna give what it's supposed to give.
well, but we don't know. It was a secret because you're just like Beyonce and you have your secrets.
Right, right,
So
right.
we won't know. Well, I think it's time for our very first game, and this
Okay.
game the audience watching can definitely interact with. So it's time for Would You Rather. So
These
if you
noises,
are
I love
in
it.
the comments, yeah, I'm trying to be like James on his summer show that I wish would come back with his
uh,
soundboard. But let's get some questions. So if you are watching live, definitely comment and let us know
I
what
can't
you
see the
would
comments,
rather.
by the way.
You can't? Oh my gosh, there's so
Mm-mm.
many awesome ones. Okay, before we start the game, let me share some of the comments for you.
Oh
So we
wait, I can
have,
see it's on the side.
yes, okay, but here's some comments from Keenan. He's sharing the day of the VMAs, y'all was telling us dancing with a new artist, the lies, LOL, NDA. And my Siri tried to join with that
Keenan said I'm
one.
a model.
You are,
Okay.
and you did that really awesome commercial. That was good that
Oh
he brought that up.
yeah,
The fitness commercial. Wait, before we get into the game, I want to know about
that was
that.
great. That was so crazy because I did two fitness commercials.
So you
Like
not
one
only
of
are you a
them,
model, you're a fitness model, which is
I
like
mean, heck,
whoa. You do it
I
all.
guess there was like sometimes my agent will like hit me up and ask me like, are you good at this? Are you good at that? There was one where she asked me if I was good at cycling, which now I'm on the Peloton all the freaking time. But back then, like no. So I'm like with my friend out eating after we just got back from an audition. And she's just like, say yes, it's super easy. It's super easy. Okay. So I said yes. And she was like, so do you know how to clip in your shoes and everything? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like she said, just say yes. And so I said yes. And then she was just like, are you sure you'll be good to like, go in and do it? I'm like, of course. So I go into the audition or whatever. I look the part. Okay. Like I look like I
See,
work
you're a
out
fitness
on this
model.
thing. Okay. But so then I had to like put on the shoes and like walk over to the bike and pretend I'm like looking at something on my phone, get on, and then he's like, if you have a problem, like clipping clipping in, we'll just cut and we'll help you out. And I was just like, okay. So I did that. I got to the bike and then I said cut. I said cut because I was just like, because they weren't cutting and I'm over here just struggling. So
Oh no.
I'm finally on the bike, I'm grooving, whatever. I don't really know like where to put my hands, but I guess I figured it out. And that they told me to like turn up the resistance and everything, and I'm just like sweating and I was really working
You're
out and
really working out.
they were like, your acting is great. I was like, child, I'm not acting. I'm not acting, but hey, it booked me the job. It was a fun one too. I met great people on that set. But that was a long shoot. That was a 12-hour shoot
Did you
for
have
like,
to ride the bike for
yes.
12 hours?
Well, not for 12 hours. I had to get on and off the bike and I was like sweating and then not sweating and then like hair and makeup will come over to me and spray fake sweat on me, so I'm freezing and then I'm hot and then I'm freezing and then I'm hot.
So
But hey,
crazy.
I hope they got the shot.
They did. You looked like a real bike workouter. What is like the bike rider
A
seems wrong. Like
cycler,
a cyclist? That's what it
cyclist
is.
maybe.
Yeah, I love that. Okay,
Hmm.
well, it's time. Let's get into our would you rathers. So
Okay.
definitely if you're watching live, comment what you would rather. Some of them are kind of funny. Okay. Here we go. And we also, before I start that, we have from Carol Lee. Did you have support from your mother and father?
Oh, that's my mom.
I thought so. I thought so. Okay. Oh, this one's kind of gross. Okay. Would you rather wear the same piece of unwashed underwear for the rest of your life or have a swarm of moths for hair? This is a hard one. You can literally never wash your underwear again, or your hair is moths.
I have to wear these underwear.
Yeah, every day.
I can't take them off. I can't just commando.
No,
All right.
you can't wash them either. Doesn't say anything about swimming in them, but no washing.
Oh my God, somebody just mentioned another job that I did, which is, we got to talk about that later
Okay.
because that was the best one. um, what was I? Okay, so I'm gonna do the undies because no, because I'm thinking of how I can put like a wig on top of the moths and
Yeah,
it's not
because
really
it
working,
would like the wig would like fly away. It would be
I
like,
guess. Or like get eaten,
oh yeah, true. Moths eat
like,
things.
right? I don't know. It's like thread or something that they eat. I'm not really sure.
Oh yeah, gross.
But there's
Okay.
thread in the wigs.
Oh, true. Yeah, no. Moths, yeah, I think you'd just have to commit to the underwear and then, like, I don't know. I don't know how you would deal with that, but okay.
Yeah,
Oh, this one's kind of funny that it matched up like this. Would you rather
hard.
never be able to open your mouth or never be able to close your eyes?
Never be able to close my eyes. I talk too much. I talk
And
way
you
too
wouldn't be
much.
able to eat if your mouth was like, yeah, no. And like
Yeah,
I hope you would still be able to blink though, because that would look pretty weird if your eyes were just like always like this. Like,
yeah.
but I guess if you would be okay like without having your
But
eyes closed.
my eyes would probably just dry out,
Oh,
and
true. You'd have to invest in some eye drops.
yeah, I would have to
Ugh.
like have
Neither is
a whole
great.
bunch of
Neither
it.
is a great option.
Right.
Okay. Last one. I hope it's a good one. I'm gonna really dig in the deck. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, these are long.
Oh my God.
Oh, I have a feeling I know the answer to this one. Okay. Would you rather have to make every decision in your life by rolling a dice and accepting the consequences, or have to spend every other month walking around naked in public?
Can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Would you rather have to make every decision in your life by rolling a dice and accepting the consequences, or have to spend every other month walking around naked in public?
I mean, honestly, anyone would work for me. But I would say the dice because I'm just gonna make my own dice.
And it's all good options.
All good options.
That's smart. That's a good workaround. I thought you were going to pick the naked one because, as we've discussed, you are a model. So,
Appreciate it.
amazing.
Appreciate it.
Well, before we get into passions outside of dance, tell me about this panda job that our friend here commented in the comments. I want to know. I want to know.
I'm not supposed to like, I wasn't supposed to like talk about the panda at one point, but the panda is no longer like a thing on the
Oh,
show.
oh my gosh, I know
So,
what this is. Oh my goodness. Okay, go,
yeah,
go, go.
so I had to do, okay, so hashtag the panda is a panda on the Jimmy Fallon show. Let me get it right. The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. And I basically had to do a submission tape for it. They sent me a video of the panda doing all these crazy movements and everything. Like it was cracked out. It was crackhead the panda, not hashtag the panda. So I'm just like, I could do this. So I play the music that they sent me, and I'm over here just like going crazy or whatever, and like just
In
like
your
they said that
regular
they
clothes. Like, they didn't send you
regular
a panda
clothes.
outfit.
They didn't send me one. So I was a little disappointed, but so I'm over here just like energized, doing whatever I have to do, these weird shapes and everything. And I go to, my mom said naked is what she meant.
That's what I thought you were going to pick. That's what.
But anyway, I got a call back, so I go in with like eight other people, and we actually have to put on the panda suit in like the basement of like NBC Studios or something, and like we put it on. We did the same thing that we did in our submission tape, except with the the suit on. However, we had notes. Like there was actual technique behind these
Who
dances.
knew that this? I thought that panda was just like an intern that they forced to get into panda. Who knew that it was like this
It was.
involved process?
It was at that point. I think it was like a writer on the show who like wrote that part who's like, I'm just gonna do this. And they wanted somebody actually to like do it. I don't think he wanted to do it anymore.
Oh
So
my
I
god.
yeah, so I got that job. That was a good job because I was in that building for only a few hours and I was out and it was fun. Yeah. I was a sweaty mess underneath though. It was quite hot in there and I don't know why. I didn't know what to do with my hair underneath that thing, but I had a bun and it made it kind of like uncomfortable and I couldn't really see out the eyes like correctly. So I was kind of just like, just finding my way around the
Blind
stage.
panda.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. That is so funny. That is, I mean, Beyonce and Panda. That is good. Is that in your
Mhm.
dance reel?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
I think it's hilarious that it's in there too.
That, oh my gosh, I would have that as just my reel. That would be all I sent out if that was what
I
I.
always I always forget about that job too. That's really crazy.
Amazing. Well, people are loving the panda in the comments. I'm so
I see.
very, very glad that you shared that with me and didn't let it get lost in the comments. So, what are some of your other passions outside of dance? I feel like you're talented at like anything you try to do. So, tell
I
me
appreciate
what
that.
you love to do when you're not dancing and being a panda.
I love acting. Like that's like a passion that I've had for a while that I never really got into until like a few years ago. So I've been in a lot of classes and like I've been booking these commercials and stuff. I'm like, I want some lines in these commercials. You know what I'm saying? Whew.
Truly.
More lines, more zeros at the end of that
Money,
check.
money, money. Yeah. It's crazy the difference of having like one line versus dancing in a commercial. I don't think people realize, like, you could say two
Yes.
words in a commercial and it's like your rent is paid for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if you like book one that's like a residual, like you get residual checks from, not like just a buyout or anything. Those are great. Um, but what else? Oh, I like to write music. I like to
I was
rap.
gonna
I love
say,
that. Yeah. At first, I kind of just I wrote poetry a lot. I still write poetry. I'm gonna write a book eventually, but I just want to have a lot of good stuff. So I'm just gonna
yeah.
keep writing until I feel like it's until it's organic for me to actually like really create a book of my poetry. So from there, I was just like, let me just start writing music. So I just started rapping, and I actually wanted to write for other rappers. Like I would just wanted to be a ghostwriter because like I don't know if I can like handle the pressure, that these female rappers get. But it's
I
kind
think
of
you
I
could.
don't know. Well, that's what
Because
people
you
were
can
telling me.
dance, you're a model, like we've said. You know, the theme is you're a model, so you could
I
totally
love
be
that.
the
You're
headliner. You
literally
are the artist.
you're manifesting like Fashion Week for me, so I appreciate it.
Seriously.
Um,
And Keenan, the king of manifestation, is in the audience, so you
yep,
know it works. Put it
it
on a
works.
post it.
Yes. So yeah, I wanted to like write for other artists, and people just told me like I would send stuff to like some of my friends who do music, and they're just like, "You sound good doing it, so you might as well continue." I was like, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah.
So yeah.
What is the first like song that you put out something? Was the first one you put out during quarantine? Was that or was it before? I can't even remember like what time is, but I remember you.
It I'm so flattered that you know.
Of
It
course,
was
I'm your
during
biggest fan. I'm always following.
it was definitely at the beginning of quarantine in March. In March, like a year
Wow.
ago.
That was the one when you were
Yeah.
sitting on your bed.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
one is
Mhm.
so good. I have to share a
Damn.
link to. Is it on your Instagram or was it on
It is on my
TikTok or
Instagram.
something?
It's
Instagram.
on TikTok and Instagram, I think. I don't know if it's on TikTok. Mm.
Well, wherever it is, I'm going to add it to the show notes so people can see that because it's
Okay.
so good.
It's not the best, guys, so if you don't want to look at it, it's okay.
No, I think it's
But
great. But I mean, I'm not very knowledgeable about rapping, as you know. I'm really bad at it. So,
I thought you were really good that time at Keenan's housewarming though.
oh, that's true. We did have a rap battle at Keenan's
We
house.
did.
That was
We
the peak of
did.
my career. That was the peak.
Yeah, it was really great. I was so proud of you.
That was so funny.
It was
So,
really
what
great.
other things are you loving to do? It doesn't have to be like something that you want to do professionally, just like some of your passions.
I'm starting to like paint a lot actually. Like, it's weird. But just started painting and I didn't know that I can paint.
Yeah.
So I just got inspiration from some things and just started painting and I was just like, wow, like I actually used to do this in school, like watercolors and stuff. And I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
I love to paint. I like to be by water. I'm passionate about being by water. Like literally it heals me, it's healing, makes me feel good, and it actually inspires me to like, get things done and
Mm.
come up with new ideas for things. I love
Are
to
you a
choreograph, love
water
to create.
sign?
Yeah.
Me too. Wait, what's your sign? I think I know, but
What do you think it is?
are you a Cancer? No.
Yep.
Oh, I knew it. I'm Pisces.
Yes, Pisces.
Swimming.
I love it. I love it. Yes, I'm Cancer gang. Love it.
Amazing. Yeah, I love that. I think especially during this quarantine, but I think just in general, I feel like and one of the reasons I have you on the show is because I personally think that people who live their full life and don't just focus on dance, like clearly you're focused on dance and you're professional and it's your career, but you also know how to be a full human outside of dance and have other passions. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to watching you as a dancer, because at least from the outside, it feels to me that you are like a full human who knows who they are, at least, or is on the journey of knowing who they are, and really is like living life. And I think that that shows so much in your dancing, and just it's so inspiring. And I think having other passions and doing all those things benefits your dancing, and that's one of the reasons why I just love watching you move.
I appreciate it. I mean, I always feel like, experience like is great to have under your belt, like underneath any type of craft. So it's like, when you see these little girls like dancing all sexy at 11, I'm like, how? You know what I mean? But when
Yeah.
you've experienced like, like knowing your body and like growing up and stuff, and like, how to like really flaunt, how to, your own way of finesse and everything like that, it comes out when you're like dancing sexy. So
Hmm.
yeah, definitely
I love
experience and like, yeah, what I said.
that. I wish I was cool enough to say period and make it sound like, but I feel like that's like a period moment. But
Period.
I sound, yeah, there you go. Thank you for doing it for
You're
me.
welcome.
Okay. And you've also been getting into, I mean, not getting into, but you have been doing a lot of choreography. I'd love to
Oh
hear
yeah.
about your choreography journey.
Well, like I said before, I'm super inspired by my friends, Keenan especially, because honestly, I felt like he took me under his wing, like as soon as I like started getting in his class. So like seeing his process like with choreography really inspired me, because back in the day, I didn't want to do anything with choreographing. Like I had no intention of wanting to do that. I was just like, I just want to be on a stage, I just want to perform. But you have like all these dreams of like wanting to perform like other people's stuff, and then you don't like it, you don't like the process, you don't like what they're doing, and you get booked for these jobs that are boring, and you have to pretend that you like what you're doing. And I'm just like, well, I'm just going to create what I want to see, what I want to do, and have a safe space while doing that, and, in a fun environment. Like I'll get my dancers coffee in the morning or whatever, because obviously I'm not paying them right now. So I do want to pay them in energy. I want to pay them in vibes. I want to pay them in Starbucks, because I love Starbucks, honestly.
That is a
Like,
passion of yours. That's another passion of yours. We need to talk about your love of Starbucks.
yes,
I still haven't
yeah, I
been to
really
the
love Starbucks.
that special Starbucks that you posted.
Starbucks Reserve,
Yeah,
yes,
you're the first person I ever saw post about that, and I was like, what is this place? I need to check it
yeah.
out.
I went there for the first time with my cousin Jade, and because we both love Starbucks and coffee, period. So we were just like, let's go on a coffee date, and we went there, and I was just like, this place is a freaking mall. There's like a gift shop. There's two levels. Well, there's like, I think there's three levels. There's a bar. I
What?
was like, wow, if I was really planning to like, spend money and get wasted off of some like whiskey and Starbucks together, then I would be down. But I had no idea that was there. It was really crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, it is time for our second game. It's less of a
Okay.
game and more of just questions. It's a game because we don't know what we're going to get. So these are loosely color coded by like thing. Some of them are funny, some of them are deep. Um, so if anything is too deep, you can always pass. We can always take a new one.
Okay.
But it's just a fun way to get to know you a little bit more. So I'm going to randomly pick. Let's see. And I might veto some if they're um,
I love these comments, by the way. Shout out to
I
the
know,
family.
seriously. And side note, if anyone is loving this conversation and likes me, I would love it if you subscribed, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and it's been a journey. But like and subscribe. I'll just throw that out there. Okay, let me see what we've got here. I want to
Okay.
make sure. Oh, that one I'm vetoing because that one's weird. I don't know why I wrote that one down.
I can't.
Okay. I'm vetoing it. Okay, we need another one, a red, or another purple. Okay.
Purple.
Okay. And, all right, here we go. We've got the questions.
Okay. I've got the answers.
Ooh, I feel like we're starting a song. We're starting a
Have
rap.
to. Yep, hits only.
Okay, pick a color.
Pink.
All right, what is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
Jesus Christ. What? Huh. Okay.
I can see you reliving it in your face.
Right. Because there's so many, so I'm like not trying to like smash them all
Are
together
you like a
anymore.
vivid dreamer?
When I do, yes. And I wake up shook because I'm like, it feels so real. Like there's this one dream that I had and it was about a girl and like it made me not like her. So I woke up and like I never spoke to her again.
Like still to this day?
Yeah, I mean we weren't that cool before, but we went to camp together. So like I just had like weird feelings towards her ever since that
Oh
dream.
my god.
But the weirdest dream, oh my God. It was something along the lines of like I like climbed a bridge, but then I got in a car and it was just so I couldn't even tell you.
Like an action-packed dream.
It was quite action packed. I was falling a lot. And I used to have this dream app where like I would like go in and like type in keywords of like what these things mean because they're not really as literal as you think. So I
Mm.
used to go on the dream app and like see, what's going on with my insides.
Ooh. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look up that app. Okay. Pick
I
the
wish I had a
next
better
color.
answer.
No, I can sense the wildness of the dream.
Yeah, there's just so many weird dreams. I'm gonna go with yellow.
What horror fiction character scares you the most? For me, all of them. I'm terrified of every scary movie ever, mostly thanks to Keenan.
Um, that role that Lupita played in what is it, Us?
Oh, Us with the oh my god, that movie
Yeah.
I people were like it's not a scary movie and I saw it in theaters and I was freaked out.
Listen, there are a lot of scary movies out here, right? But they're all about like these like fictional like scary things that just come at you or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, that's all you got, but that's not what really scares me in real life. What scares me is if another Kessie talking like this pops up in front of my face and is trying to kill me. Like that is what scares me. So,
Oh my god. And not
that
the
role right
voice
there.
too. Oh my god. See, you're an actor.
Stop.
You're
You
an
just
actor
like,
and a model. Okay, next
I do
one.
it all. Um, I mean, I have to pick them all, so might as well just you choose.
Oh my gosh, I get to choose. No one's ever let me choose before. Okay, I'm gonna pick purple because that's my favorite color. What do you
Okay,
love most about yourself?
there's so many things. I I love my energy. I love like my ability to like love and give people the benefit of the doubt. Like I have space for that. But I guess that goes into like, my energy and like I like my ability to grow as a human. I like when I decide I want to do something that I actually do it and follow through until I'm really good at it. So I do like that,
I
those
love
things.
that answer. That was amazing. Okay,
Thanks.
last one of these. Has life
Okay.
been hard on you so far? Mm.
Yes. Final answer. Next, we
Yes,
can move on
yeah.
now.
But I think that you're very good at dealing with whatever comes your way. So, at
Yeah,
least you appear
no.
to be. So,
Yeah, that's where the strong black woman like phrase comes from,
mm,
really.
yeah.
But we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, that could be a whole other podcast, a whole other episode.
Honestly, honestly. But yes, life has been hard, but life has been great. Life has great rewards from all of those lessons, I swear.
Yeah.
And I'm still like seeing the fruits of that labor. So it's
Yeah.
been hard.
Well, our last question is what brings out your most creative self?
My most creative self, besides a little bit of Cabernet, I would say, let's see, my most creative self, I would, hmm, I'm just inspired by so much, like that contributes to my creativity. Literally like the rain right now, like that inspires me. Like I said before, being by water, um, really like gets me in the mindset of like, just trying to, uh, I don't even know the word, trying to just like find another way of expressing myself. Like I get those thoughts in my head when I'm around water. So yeah, I'd probably say like being about around water and like just like the energies around me. Because people take for granted, especially I hope everybody knows how much they took for granted before COVID. Because being outside
Truly.
and this sun coming out now, that is getting my creative juices flowing, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
great because I
have
didn't want to do
any
anything.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any things coming up that people can check out? Definitely where they can find you. Do you have any choreography videos coming out soon?
Well, there's always something coming up soon. But yeah, I'm working on a few things, but I'm definitely, like I said, like the sun and stuff inspires me. It just got sunny again. So I'm getting back in the studio, gonna like, create some things, some content for the people. And that's gonna be soon. Don't have a date, don't save one. But it'll come right on time.
Yes,
So
when it's meant to come,
yeah,
it'll be there.
when it's meant to come. But yeah, you can follow me at KessOgraphy, KESS.ography, and that's where you'll find all of my choreography videos and everything that I creatively directed myself. Also, you can check out, just my life or my internet life, I guess, at Kess City, KESS.CITY.
Amazing. And if you like this show, definitely subscribe to the YouTube and check out the podcast. This is kind of like the raw, unedited version, and then I edit it down and create just an audio version that can be found on Apple, Spotify, wherever podcasts are, it should be there, and that is Dancers Doing Stuff, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. Subscribe to this channel, and there's also a new Patreon which just started. Shout out to our two patrons so far, Sophie and Karen. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for being patrons. The Patreon is really cool because it helps me make this show, but also when I get to 100 patrons, I'm going to be starting the Dancer's Dream Grant Program, where per patron I give $1 per patron to a dancer every month so that they can help create a creative project or something. So the more patrons, the more money I get to give out to people who have a creative dream that they need help funding. So I'm hoping to get that going this year. And other than that, you can find me on Instagram at Haley Grove or follow the show at Dancers Doing Stuff. And I think that's all the things I have to plug. Let me see your CD and what you have been up to. Let's see
Haley, let me
where the
see your
process is going.
CD.
Okay, well, like I was just like so enthralled because you're just like a model and like a storyteller. So I just still have this, but I think I'm gonna like do some stars here,
Uh-huh.
maybe. And I have so many to work with. So if you
Yeah.
have any ideas, definitely leave them in the comments. Tell us like what we should do, because I know
Yes.
there's a lot, and I have to cover up these little scratches from my stupidity.
Well, mine, I didn't really get too far, but it was like I was
Music.
trying to, yeah. And like this was supposed to be a treble clef over here. I
I
think
see
that's what
it.
it's called, honestly.
I
Like,
see it. It looks great.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You're like a
Wait,
true
I'm back
add
up though.
influencer to
Wait.
the list of things. Oh my gosh. You're famous.
Yeah. Yay.
Amazing. Well, thank
You're
you so,
famous.
on that note, thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. It was great to connect, and hopefully, we can have some avocado fries sometime in the near future.
Yes. Yes, please. All
Awesome.
right.
Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
Thank you, Haley.